that gave me breath. Gave me life, gave me power, gave me Christ. In the middle of the darkness, he gave me light and put a sword in my hand so I can fight. I am the head, I'm not the tail. Send the enemy straight back down to hell. So if you wanna step to this, and if it's on its own, just let it be known, I'm not alone. Why? Cause I'm riding with some angels. So you know when it's on, it's on. Yeah. Riding with some angels. You know I never ride alone. Yeah. Riding with some angels. So you know when it's on, it's on. Yeah. Riding with some angels. You know I never ride alone. This one's for my Jesus people that ride around and fear no evil. I said this is for my Jesus people that ride around and fear no evil. Let's go. Breaking every chain, now we coming unleashed. Now we going into battle with the words we speak. Yeah, we taking our authority and never retreat. Yeah, we coming up above, we no longer beneath. No longer beneath, you know what that mean? Join us with Christ and we take everything, we inherit it all. We coming alive and the demons will fall. They better be ready, they never be ready. They softer than noodles up in my spaghetti. Just to let it be known, I'm not alone. Cause I'm riding with some angels. So you know when it's on, it's on. Yeah. Riding with some angels. You know I never ride alone. Yeah. Riding with some angels. So you know when it's on, it's on. Yeah. Riding with some angels. You know I never ride alone.
So you couldn't hear anything we were saying before because the wind was blowing so hard, and I'm gonna leave some of that footage in there so you can at least see how bad it was. You can kind of tell from the video how bad it was, but this is the aftermath now. And I didn't earn the right to stand on this stump because Michael Lunneta is the guy who took care of this tree. He was the one climbing up there, and he really showed excellent bravery putting up with that kind of wind. We all sat on the ground. Nobody was convinced that we decided to come down because it was absolutely, it really was. One of the tops, even though it was rigged up, went clear over this way. I mean, it probably shot over 20 feet more than it should have. But when you look at this, we did an estimate around 4 feet in diameter. This one is, and it would be a little bit shorter at breast height. So its DBH would be a little bit shorter, but right here it's right just over 4 feet. So that was a pretty good estimate. It's just 2 inches over 4 feet at around 4 feet off the ground. So that's not quite breast height. That's right about belly button height. DBBH. All right, but check out some of these timbers. I mean, look at this log. This is really sweet log, and if there's any way to get this out of here, you'd be able to make some really decent beams. Like you can see, this tree has done really well. This is going to be an exceptionally strong tree just because it stood here pretty much by itself with all this wind. We're at the very top of the hill in West Lynn. The wind is blowing right now. It blows consistently here, but it was really storming the day we had scheduled for these trees. But you can see the logs and the sizes that we took out at the end. I mean, this stuff's going to be amazing. going to be some amazing logs and timbers, and hopefully we'll get to show you some of that. I plan in the future, it's probably never going to happen because I do have a lot of pipe dreams, is, you know, building some timber frame houses, because I think timber frame is the way to go as far as strength, durability, and making the most out of the timbers instead of cutting so much into little tiny pieces and putting it all back together. This makes a lot more sense to me, and I think it's more attractive having big open rooms with really beautiful timbers. Someday maybe. But anyway, you guys stay tuned. If you ever need to contact somebody, Michael Lunneta, he's an excellent climber. He's been doing this for a long time, and you can see his skill level just by the fact that he took on a tree this big and finished the job and didn't give up. It was dark. This is the next day basically. It was dark when we finished this job. With this last cut, I felt the last piece, this big piece, but that last piece, I mean, it was dark enough you could almost couldn't see right at the end of it. So we even turned on the lights with one of the trucks just to finish up the job. But now we're getting all cleaned up. We're cleaning up all of our debris. This is basically a construction site. They're going to build a mega mansion right over here just for some golf course. You can't see anything because it's foggy today. But anyway, check us out next time. We'll show you guys something cool. And one thing real quick I wanted to go over is the whole purpose of this video was to talk about safety. When we come onto a job site, we talk about where we're going to connect, where we're going to put our porter wrap, where we're going to run our ropes, where our main drop zone is going to be. We talk about how we're going to approach the removal of the tree, which side we're going to take off the top, which side we're going to do this. We have lots of ideas, and then we make decisions based on those ideas and based on what can happen. And then that's really important, is that safety discussion right in the beginning. Right now we're not wearing helmets because the tree work's done. But at the same time, always wearing the right PPE. And we talked about a lot of times in an area where there is low communication and somebody might not have a Senna, which is a communication device built into their Bluetooth device, built into their helmet, they may not be able to communicate well with the ground, especially in high wind situations. This was a high wind situation, and I thought it was a good opportunity to talk about it, but the video, you can't even hear what I'm saying. So what we talked about is if a person needs to go under, saying under, there's other people use different hand signals, but we do this. And this shows basically the basics of going under, but at the same time, when somebody's way up in the tree, they can see this hand motion because it's really deliberate and pretty big, and they can give the heads up and they can give the go ahead. The other one, under, is very important, but to remember that as a grounds person, when I come in onto this job, I'm learning all the tricks and the tips of the trade. When I come in under, it's never a demand. I never can just say under and go. I have to say under, get confirmation. Okay, it's clear to go under. He's going to give me the clear, then I'll go under. And what we do for clear and ready to cut for the climber is like this. Like you got the goalposts, you're ready to go. Everything's clear, you're ready to go. Now remember, each crew can be different with their hand signals. It's really important to get together and everybody understand the hand signals. Everybody use the same hand signals so there's no confusion. Guys come in from other crews, guys leave to new crews. You got to remember to make sure you talk about all this stuff. So communication is so important in this industry. But that's another one. Letting them know, hey, we're ready to go. And the arborists up in the tree and other arborists on the ground can say headache. Now what we do is if the arborist says headache, or if somebody on the ground senses a headache by seeing something that's broken or falling or anything else, when they give that position, they make sure that they get confirmation from each of the people on the crew. Everybody on the ground needs to know that something could be hitting them in the head or coming down or anything like that. So we get confirmation. I even make it to where we kind of shake our heads in acknowledgement of the signal, and we look at everybody, and then we give the clear. So if the arborist says headache, he's going to wait because he's preparing for a headache. We're going to let him know, hey, headache, headache, headache. Everybody understands? Clear. Then we're going to give him the clear. And that is so integral, and to be able to do this job for a long time and to be safe. So guys, be safe out there. Keep working hard because this job is so rewarding. We get to fulfill ourselves with such amazing work. Not everybody can take down trees this size in this small space. There's literally 25 feet between here and a big old huge sport court. I mean, you probably can't see. Let me jump you up over the hill. That's a huge tennis court right there. with a big old fence and fancy lights. On this side, we've got a roadway that's less than, I don't know, that's not even 7 feet. That's probably not even 7 feet away from the trunk. And you can't damage this stuff. You can't destroy this stuff. These guys right here, Ryan and Joseph, they don't want to be on camera. They were capable and they did this. So they were able to take these logs out and put them in positions that made sure it was safe for everybody. It's safe for, safe for the customer's property, because that's what we're here to do, is protect personal property and most importantly our lives. So keep up the good work, get out there and do it, and we'll check in next time we have something good to say.
We take everything, we inherit it all. We coming alive and the demons will fall. They better be ready, they never be ready. They softer than noodles up in my space.